the conversations, particularly around sex and gender right now, are bad. They're just awful. There's a lot of hatred, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of ignorance and a lot of misinformation. And I kept having these conversations, trying, on social media, in classrooms, in public lectures, trying to be like, hey, check this out. This is complicated. It's really interesting. And people are like, ah, freaking out and like lobbing BS left and right nonstop. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, if we're going to have this conversation, if you really want to talk about sex, about bodies, about genitals, about genetics, about sexuality, if you really want to do that, you need to know what the heck you're talking about, right? You need to know what are bodies, what is sex, what is biology, what is the sets of biological processes in the body associated with sex, what is gender, and how do humans do all this, and how does everything else do this? So I wrote a book that's basically takes us from the beginning, right? In the beginning. So chapter one starts, in the beginning, there was no sex, because
Yeah.
there wasn't. There was that sex hadn't evolved yet. And walks the reader all the way through, like, what do we mean when we say sex about an evolutionary biological process? What do we mean when we talk about reproduction? What do we mean when we talk about how do different animals do sex? And finally, what do we know about us today?
Yeah, and I think it's really great that you do cover so many animals up front, which I think humans have a really easy time understanding that animals not might not fit into the binary. That, like, for instance, all earthworms are, intersex, right? Earthworm Jim is a they them, right?
Right.
Or that the wrasse can switch sex back and forth. Uh, these things are something that we can understand. Why do you think that humans have such a hard time wrapping their head around or able to accept the fact that we don't fit into a binary?